Hello, I'm IBX and this is my review of the Mass Effect texture pack for Minecraft, Xbox 360 and PS3. It comes in the Mass Effect mashup pack, so as well as this texture pack, you also get the music. You get this splash screen when you press start that says Minecraft Mass Effect Edition. You also get a skin pack, I'll show you it up here, which comes with a bunch of Mass Effect skins. But I'm going to be reviewing the texture pack part of it, because when I originally played this, I just reviewed the Mass Effect part, so the themed world, and I haven't really spoken about the texture pack that much in the same way I've done every other texture pack. So if you want to see all those other texture packs, then you can of course click a link somewhere on the screen. It'll take you to a playlist, all the other videos, but basically I wanted to do it in the same way I've done all those videos, because I always talk about how much it's a bad texture pack, and I always talk about, actually show you why, because I don't like it very much. It has some uses of course, but it has a lot of just plain boring stuff to it. So as you can see, looking around my house, it's a very futuristic texture pack. Also, the way I'm going to show you it is I'm going to show you the overground in my Let's Play world, then the nether, then the underground. It's my usual way of showing things. It shows all three parts for everyone to possibly use this. So this is my house. If you look at my inventory, you can see my first discrepancy, my problem with this. Basically, the tools, you can't really tell which ones are which. Like, you can tell this is a shovel, and you can probably work out this is an axe, but all these other ones, you kind of just have to work it out. Like, I guess this might be an axe, and this, I guess, maybe a bow, and then a sword, but without knowing beforehand, you have to really look and be like I don't think that's something that's good in a texture pack. My second big problem with it is there's loads of things that it just kind of ignored. So, basically, if you look over at the Spruce Tree over there, it looks exactly like it is in the regular texture pack. You look at the trees, they look exactly the same. Like, you can see there's a little change, but, like, since everything's so futuristic, it's so odd that they just left that completely the same. Like I get they did some touching to it, but I don't see why, why it's changed some things so much and some things so little. And then you look at the mobs, and the mobs are completely unchanged in this texture pack, which kind of sucks. But yeah, so that's my second issue. They left random things unchanged. I'm not sure if it was just, time constraint or what, but I'm not a big fan of that. You can see there are some textures that do look really cool. Like, look at this. This is a really, really cool looking building. And then you look at my bank, and besides the stone pillars, it's, a kind of nice looking building with some really cool laser stuff. Like, they has so much potential here, but then it feels like it doesn't know what it's doing, because it's really cool for some creative buildings, but if you convert any world to it, it looks awful. Like, these are my swords. Just look at them. Like, loads of textures are just changed so much, like, they don't even resemble the thing that they first thing, which I don't think is a particularly good thing. So let's try and mention some good points. It makes for some really, really cool futuristic builds. Like, you look at that thing there, you look at my roads. Like, if you're willing to ignore the parts where it clashes, you could see the potential for this to be used in creative for some really good builds. And I think it definitely does, have a purpose in that. Like, it would make a really, really good creative, build texture pack. But it's only good for creative builds which need a futuristic, tone to them. And in Minecraft, I'm not sure how often you need a futuristic texture pack. Like, correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but it never really comes up for me. So yeah, this is the Nether of the texture pack. I'm just going to quickly show you a bit. As you can see, Soul Sand has one of the most confusing textures ever. Like, the Nether just doesn't work in the context of being the Nether. Like, I guess because it's Soul Sand, that's kind of an eye, but, whatever. And yeah, I'm not really sure the Nether works too well. It looks, kind of the way it normally does, but with, I don't know, I don't like the Nether brick or the Soul Sand. Everything else is just kind of grimy. Like, it's not particularly great. It just looks kind of like how it normally does, but with a little bit of a change, but not a great change. Not something that makes you go, oh, I guess it's futuristic. Just an odd change. I don't know, there's something weird about it. So it would have been nice if they'd kept the tone, like, consistent. Like, what if they'd made a blue Nether? There'd be so much, like, I think there's so much potential for it that they just kind of missed because it was their first texture pack. You also look at all the Nether mobs, and they're also unchanged, which again kind of sucks. Maybe they knew it was only meant for creative people, but still, it seems like you could, maybe at least try for survival people. That's just my opinion on this. So to try and mention another positive, the lava on this is probably the best lava so far. So that's definitely something worth mentioning. Which one? Oh, it's up. They both go up. This one's the right one. But yeah, so as you can see, the Nether not looking too great, except for some parts of it. The lava's really, really nice, but besides, oh wow, that's pretty dangerous. But besides that, it's kind of a little lacking. So going to show you the above ground world now, and while I talk about that, I'm actually going to talk about some of the other good things about this, which actually come in the form of the, if you look at the crosshair, it's actually a big circle. If you look at the mining animation, it's pretty cool. I think it's very similar to the default one, but just a little different. Also the Nether portals, they're pretty cool. So Gonna try and keep going for positives and my negatives, because I try not to bash this texture pack too much, because I'm sure it has some use, but I personally never properly find it. So now we're in the real world. Also, the splash screen you see when you go from place to place is pretty cool in this. So another problem, by the way, is doors. If they're not double doors, they look awful, because they're meant to be double doors all the time, which I think's a really odd choice, but whatever. So yeah, here's my bed here. As you can see, the beds have a really nice touch to them too. Stone itself, you're probably seeing it looks pretty bad, but that's it. Chests look pretty cool. Furnaces look pretty odd, and pretty much what you can expect from this. So first of all, I'll just quickly look outside and show you the sugarcane farm. It looks pretty, standard, because again they left loads of natural things barely touched, which I guess kind of makes sense. So you might be able to make a natural and futuristic thing, but it doesn't really work out that way. So let's head down here maybe. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so this is the underground section where I talk about all the stuff, basically the mining section, because if you're in survival you need to do a lot of mining, the Ender Dragon and just, getting diamonds and stuff. And as you can see, this underground is possibly the worst underground ever. Like, if you look at the stone, it looks just complete awful. I don't like it at all. The dirt mixed with the stone, like, I guess they go well together, but they're not meant to do that, and they just, there's something really, really off about this. Again, and then gravel, again, it works with it, but then it's completely off, and just, I'm not a fan of this texture pack entirely. Some weird just gravel chilling on the floor there. But yes, that's my opinion on the underground. It's not really great looking. I'm gonna go to the end of one just so I can show you some ores maybe. So I think this is coal ore, I think. No, that's redstone. So yeah, this is one of my biggest problems with the underground. You get underground and you find ores, but the ores don't look like ores. They look like random objects that you have to try and work out before you can even do things. So I think this is gravel again now. Yeah, this is gravel. And you can probably imagine why it's problematic when you don't know what ores are until you make arbitrary looks at them. So I'm going to try and find some coal or some other ore now. I think I might even have some diamond down here somewhere. Oh wait, I think this is another ore here. Is this ore? This looks like a door, but what? Oh, I guess it's iron ore maybe. Let's quick check. Yeah, so this is what. Oh wait, that's cobblestone. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, cobblestone looks so much nicer than stone, and it makes it really, really confusing for things like this. Like, what? Is that a wolf? How did you get it? How did you... What? Is that even a tamed wolf? It's not. A wolf just spawned in here. Oh no, it is tamed wolf. Okay. That was starting to confuse me a little bit. But yeah, so hopefully you get the point I'm trying to make here. It's pretty bad for underground for a whole bunch of reasons. Like, I think for survival, this texture pack has no use. If you're going for creative, you want a really futuristic build, and you can't do it with the regular texture pack, maybe this is worth paying for, but... Oh, it's a spider spawner, that's what it is. But personally, I don't see this being worth the money. So, I hope you... Oh, no, nothing above me. So, I hope you enjoyed this texture pack review. If you want to see others, as I said, you can click somewhere on the screen. Like the video if you liked it. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.